TJ here, everyone. Thought I'd take a break from my military-themed videos and just comment on the recent political climate this past week. If you've been watching the news, I'm sure you've heard about developments in the whole Democrat impeachment inquiry. And I don't want to get into the he said, and now that he said this, we're going to say that. If you've been watching the news, you should already know all that. Just this past week, in The Hill, thehill.com, there was an article, and it referenced Alexander Hamilton, one of our founding fathers. And the gist of this opinion involved Alexander Hamilton's fears that the impeachment provision would be corrupted and taken advantage of. He warned of its greatest dangers being not dependent on guilt or innocence. He feared it would be used by the most cunning factions, Democrats. He feared a lack of neutrality in their conduct, and he referred to this group as the most cunning. He felt constitutional criteria for impeachment ought to be treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors, as it relates to injuries done immediately to the society itself. Alexander Hamilton predicted what the Democrats are doing currently today. As we know, the Democrats they control the House, and they have chosen to pursue an impeachment inquiry, closed door, targeted leaks, in an effort to slur and slander President Trump. Because it's a closed door inquiry, there's debate as to whether or not they even have subpoena power or not. Some of President Trump's current staff and ex-staff members have pretty much snubbed the Democrats' request to appear to be I'm losing my train of thought here. The depositions. They've chosen to snub the depositions, as the Democrats collude with the alleged whistleblower / leaker. They've hardly remained scrupulously neutral, as Alexander Hamilton feared. Impeachment needs bipartisan support for the appearance of legitimacy. As we know, the current political climate is that of hyper-partisan politics. Highly likely that all Democrats will vote to impeach. Perhaps a couple Democrats in swing districts will not. All Republicans will not vote to impeach. The Founding Fathers' fear dictated that the impeachment removal be decided by the Senate. Unfortunately, the senators are elected differently today than they were back then. That could be a whole nother topic. But the Founding Fathers intended for the Senate to act more like judges. The Supreme Court Chief Justice was to preside over the Senate, and he was supposed to do so without regard of party or person. Does anyone even think that possible today? There's the suspicion that President Trump's attorney will ask the Chief Justice to dismiss the charges as unconstitutional, given their methodology in the whole impeachment inquiry nonsense. Alexander Hamilton's belief rejected maladministration as grounds for impeachment or removal, meaning just because you disagree with the method, you don't just up and impeach the guy. Did you hear that, deep state? He feared, Alexander Hamilton feared, that it would turn into an out-of-control democracy. And as we know, democracy sometimes has been referred to as dressed-up mob rule. It is said the president is not above the law. Well, neither is the Congress. Neither the President or the Congress is above or below the law. This kangaroo court that the Democrats are currently pursuing is exactly what Alexander Hamilton feared at the time the Constitution was written. And in closing, I would like to thank all those who voted Democrat this past off-year election, or sat home, easing up, thinking we had it, and in doing so made this kangaroo court even possible. My name's TJ, signing off. Be safe, watch your six, and deep state, don't tread on me.